Mathis air cooler. Here's my Kmart rebadged Lakewood 223 20-inch box fan from 1987, as the motor stamp indicates. This fan's in pretty comical shape as far as cosmetics and just appearance. It's got a pretty big, pretty beat up cabinet, and front grill is not as bad as the back grill, but the back grill was originally on the front, which was pretty beat up, missing a lot of slats and just. But despite its crappy appearance, this fan works great. This was a fan I saved from the scrap. I was where I was working at the time. I heard a bunch of people clearing out an apartment. This fan sadly got hossed around, by a bunch of people. I guess it was a slam. They ended up just throwing it. I heard them kind of throw it through the dumpster, which I think broke the grill and the front of it. I don't know. So I seen it from the distance. Later on in the afternoon, I went over and grabbed it because I was like, it looks like a Lakewood, and kind of the ones I've been wanting, because I really like the blade style of these. Though I like the older ones, the early 80s and 70s, and of course the P23s and all that. But I like these ones too. I mean, contrary to a lot of people don't like these fans, I guess, but I think they're still better. Still beats any crappy modern Aero Slow box fan for sure. Look at this one. This is a 3-speed model. Pretty rusty. I haven't went and repainted this fan yet. I kind of don't want to, really. I don't mind its junky kind of looks. I mean, I actually use this fan. I use it outside some. I use it in the garage when I don't feel like using my old exhaust fan, just because I think old. Yeah, it's got this kind of style of hub. And blades are in shape. I'm glad none of the blades broke when it was getting hossed around. And it's got a pretty dented cabinet, as you can see. It's not too bad, but it has kind of bent one of the motor braces, this one here a little bit, but it doesn't hinder its performance. Still hasn't had the stand holes punched out yet. Back here is standard 3rd gen shaded pole Macmillan from the 80s. There's a date stamp somewhere. I think might have got worn off or something when I cleaned it. I had to clean this fan's motor inside and out, of course, and I had to wipe it down with some goof off, because there was a lot of, it was pretty dirty upon finding. It didn't have a cord and it was seized up pretty bad, so I had to let it soak overnight with some 3-in-1 motor oil. Let it sit forward one for a night, and then next day let it sit, lean it over back towards the back. Yeah, put a nice long polarized core. I probably should change that, but either way, still a good runner. Go ahead and plug this thing up, spin it around. Favorite station, here's high. Still a great working fan that I pretty much restored. Although I just haven't painted it, or I would like to get another cabinet for this thing if I can ever find one. I don't know. Hopes that'd be the next step for this thing. I just got too many projects going on. Now I can't. Alright, 1.9 amps, 174 watts. It's about normal for these. Medium. really quiet fan. I mean, you can't beat these old Lakewoods. Just like Alaska's. I mean, they're two of my favorite fans from the 80s and 90s. 89 watts and about 1 amp drawing. Low. Low's nice and slow. Pretty serene. Yeah, low is nice and quiet. It's makes a nice, kind of a gentle breeze, but it's still, for its quietness, you can barely even hear it running, but it's on because you can feel the breeze from it. Like the high. Probably can use some more oil. Every now and then you gotta oil them repetitively, especially if they've been seized up previously. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good one.